Once I wanted to play Mario, but I didn't have a Nintendo for it. I was at a flea market. This old man I saw had Mario and an NES, but the label was not there. The man said it was owned by a dead kid named Jim. I just said whatever because I was eager to play Mario on my new NES. I plugged it in and everything seemed normal. I played World 1-1 and did it. Then I tried the old warp pipe trick, and when I got to the pipes, instead of the usual text that says, "Welcome to the warp zone," it said, "Welcome to the scary hell place." I thought that was weird. I said, whatever, and used the farthest pipe. The intro screen showed the words, "Death World 666. The graphics seemed off, and it sounded like screams happened from the game. It was super scary, but I wasn't scared and I kept playing. After a while, I hit a place that was impossible to pass because of spikes, so I had to die. I kept trying until my lives were at 0. I thought it would be game over. But Mario came back, and this time, it looked like his face was bloody. As I started playing the level, it turned into a hidden cloud level. It looked like Mario had angel wings. A spooky digital voice came on the Nintendo, and it sounded like it said, "No hope." As I was about to grab a mushroom, the screen went black. I reset the NES and the game came up. This time, the title screen was different, and Mario's face was bloody. It scared me so much I reset it again. As it came up, the digital voice said, "You can't run from the funk." The screen was hyper-realistic, and it showed Mario again, only this time his face was my face, and my family's face, and we were all skeletons. He was so realistic, I couldn't believe it. I was compelled to try the game again. This time, I started it. As the first Goomba walked towards Mario, Mario turned towards the screen and started screaming, "No mas!" It sounded like high-quality CD audio, but also having blast processing. I screamed and I turned off the game. I put it away. Later that week, I noticed my family acting distantly. I decided to research the Mario game, and I found out that Mario was in a secret game that was only released in 2 arcades on Friday the 13th, on June 6, 1997. It seemed weird, so I started playing video games again. I decided to put in the Mario game again. I loaded it up and I saw my save file. I clicked it and Mario said, "Why are you stop playing my game?" I didn't take his warning, and I played anyway. I got up to Bowser and I won. But when I got to Peach, there was Toad there instead, and he said, "Peach is dead." And then a ghost face came up and it had a lady's face, and Princess Peach is a lady. I reset the game for the last time. I opened up my save and it changed from my name. It said, "Jim died, bro." And then my mom walked in and she screamed because I was dead the whole time. And guess what? My name was Jim. So anyway, I don't know if any of you guys have experienced anything like that. It might have just been a bad dream. And anyway, my mom sold the cartridge at a yard sale, so I don't have it anymore. But you should believe me, because it's true. Hey there kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and I want to tell you thanks so much for watching tonight's video or listening to tonight's episode of the podcast. Quick reminder, I am also a narrator over at Chilling. If you guys like the stories that you're listening to here, then I'm sure you'll like the stories that you can listen to over at Chilling, because they're almost the same thing. I'm still narrating them, but you can select your own background music or background sounds, and you can select a whole mess of other narrators, such as Autumn Ivy, Swamp Dweller, and a bunch of my other friends. If you guys are interested in checking out Chilling app, starting up with a free trial, you can use the link in the description down below, or you can head over to thechillingapp.com and also use those free trials to win prizes from their giveaways. And as always, I would love to give a big thank you to everyone who's supporting me over on Patreon. You guys are the real MVPs. You guys keep things going, especially while things have been nuts for me over the past couple of months, and things have been getting crazier and crazier as time goes on. You guys are the ones who are keeping me sane, and I mean that with all sincerity, that you guys have helped me immensely. So, in my personal life and my professional life, I want to give a very big thank you to
Jordan Alexander Sanchez, Jakob Fenske, Chance Burnett, Kraus, LaQueda, Canizales, MrCreepyPasta, PebisPleaser, Travis, Joseph Calarrudo, BuddhaBee, Dante Kinkade, Foxhound 803, Mephistopheles, CursepoxPrimarch, Bastion Beefcake, Jeff the Killer's Cultist, Love You M, INSANITYGamerX, Jesus Cornejo, Yarghoul, Amber Clark, Kearns, himbojerry, SamaHigh, CrusaderChocobo, Atomaurus, Captain Scurvy, Escabine, Braden Morris, Nate Cull, Our Minsect Time, Angelus, Seclude, That Creepy Chick, Red Shadowcat, Xavier and Cheyenne, 6 Gay Rats in a Trench Coat, Turtleman, Cryolinian, Lord Life's Best, Goring Trimagazine, Mr. Marcus Blitz, Ika Limshock, Dirt Diver 030, Matt Bach, Voice of Sand, Shelly J, Fikamel, Deleted Account, Melted Lake, Tully Sue, William King, Sashi Suzaku, Stricken, Freddy Krueger, Happy Birthday Jason Wilson, Lisa Cottrell, Caspian, Hades Nephew, Tater Chip, Acid System, Mog, Kiwi the Sloth, Fester's Lampshade, Nico Kayo, The Ginger Bros, and Stormcrow, Daniel Polson, and Corey Kenshin.
To everyone on this list, everyone in the description, and of course anyone who could support even just $1, thank you all so much for making my life significantly easier with this. And if you guys would like to be able to join any of the names that you see here or down there or anything at all, head over to patreon.com/MrCreepyPasta. And with that, I wish you all a very, very pleasant night and sweet dreams.